Hey, it's Glacier, and this will be a video chart on Sponge Tech Delivery Systems Incorporated, ticker symbol SPNG. Wanted to get this one up here because it had kind of a wild day, and we'll be spending most of our time on the smaller time frame charts, actually even going down to the 5-minute time frame because that does a good job of showing what happened today. But overall, was a positive day. I know in the morning time it was kind of ugly looking, but by the close, the bulls made a nice little push and created this candle here. And for you candlestick gurus out there, we know that this is a hammer candle. So that signals that this could be the bottom of this little current pullback here. When I say pullback, nothing drastic, but a few little days there. But these candles do require confirmation, so it's not that it's automatically going to go up tomorrow, but it is a good sign, and I'll explain the psychology behind that. Want to get a little closer, but as you can see, at one point during the day, the price was all the way down here. So the candle actually looked like this at one time during the day. It was completely solid all the way down, and that's what the candle looked like. But as you can see, we have this lower black line, which is called either a lower wick or lower shadow, even lower whisker, some people call them. But this shows us that the price dropped down there. However, by the end of the day, the bulls had pushed it back up there. So that's a good sign, because think about that. The price had gone down, but by the end of the day, it had gone back up and closed up here. So that's why that's a good candle, because it shows that at one point in the day, the bears were looking to take control. However, by the end of the day, not only did the bulls stabilize it, but they actually pushed it up too. And this makes more sense on the lower time frames, so that's where I'll go to point that out. But on the daily chart, once again, acting just like you would want it to. Here's our 50-day simple moving average, this purple line. As you can see, the price got pretty darn close to it there before finally rebounding. So that's good to see that the bulls are still maintaining control around these important support levels. And the other good thing was this previous low here ended up being a nice little area of support. So we have a potentially double bottom situation here, where we had support 1 here and then support number 2 for our bottom. So if it continues on up, then that'll be a nice little sign. In terms of resistance levels, what I would like to just see the chart break above in order to kind of keep things alive and looking good is this high right here. This level is at 16 cents. So if this does get confirmation, what I would consider solid confirmation is a break and close above the 16-cent level here. If it cannot get above there and close, then I'm not going to be 100% convinced that this is a true strong kind of reversal type move. First, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we need just a green day to get off to a start. But assuming that tomorrow gets off to a green day, and either tomorrow or Monday or something like that, you can get above this 16-cent point, then that would be a real good situation. But overall, daily chart looking healthy. It would have looked a lot worse if this candle had closed solid red, but since we did get the bulls to push it back up, got a hammer candle, which makes things a lot more appealing. So keep your eye on the 16-cent mark right there. That is the level that I'd like to see broken to kind of confirm that this is the end of the current pullback right now. Now what we're going to do is hop all the way down to the 5-minute chart. Now this is a great chart because it will show what exactly happened today. Not that you weren't aware of it if you were trading it, but right here we have this candle represents the opening bell, and for the first about hour and a half, just really starting to fall, and things weren't looking too hot. It looked like there could have been a little bottom here, but then the price bounce came down and then fell through right there, so that was kind of disheartening. But then right around here at, let's see, this is 11:10, so right around 11:15, something happened. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the chart being overextended to the downside and the bulls saying, okay, enough of this, we're going back up. But you can see we got a nice little candle here for 5 minutes, pulled back a little bit, and then this is the key. On this pullback, you made a higher low than right there. So here's low 1, there's low 2. This is clearly higher than that one. And that was the beginning of the uptrend. So as you can see, as the day progressed, chart went higher and higher, and from that bottom, the overall rest of the day was just a real nice looking uptrend. And I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe there's a news release or something. But during this move upwards, I had another kind of secondary explosion. Our first one was here, then number two, and then the remainder of the day basically just consolidated out on lower volume, so that's good. Had big volume on the big push, and then the rest of the day was lower volume where you're going sideways. But that is basically how the hammer candle was formed. You had the bears really quite a bit in control here, and then the bulls finally stepped in here, and for the rest of the day pushed it up, and then at a secondary time here, the bulls said, all right, let's kick it up a notch again, and that's what happened. And the rest of the day is history. Looking at the 15-minute chart, see that also this first part of the day was pretty nasty, and then the remainder of the day was just the bulls pushing it back up. So that's a good healthy sign for one day action. Keep that in mind. This is only one day, so don't distort what I'm saying and think that I'm implying that the chart's all of a sudden going to take off and blow up into the 20 cents again. I'm just saying for this one particular day, it was good action, down and then back up the rest of the day, and that's how the hammer candle was formed. So I kind of wanted to go over that for both educational purposes and to show you that despite the ugliness of the early part of the day, the remainder of the time was basically in the bull's hands. So with that being said, that wraps up the chart. I'd encourage you to look down at the post and find the link to the free ebook. If you click on that, go to my site and sign up for the newsletter, you will be sent a free ebook. I'm sure you've heard me talk about that before, but we just had another great winning pick. We notified our members right around 80 cents, and today it hit $1.21, so that's a good, I think, about 50% gain or so. And we've had other ones like that. We've had a 75% gainer and so forth. So I'd encourage you to sign up for that. And besides getting those hot stock picks, we also send out hot bullish chart setups, fundamental plays, and so forth. So there is a nice variety. And like I always say, the best part, it is free. So check that out, and hopefully you decide to sign up. As for SPNG, chart is still hanging in there. Got that double bottom, so we'll see what tomorrow brings, and then next week. If you have any questions, send me a message, and I'll hopefully be able to answer it for you.